Well, we're back for Week 3 VYPE TV Playoff Edition. I'm Kris Cumnock. I'm here with David McNabb. And David, let's get right into Class 5A Division 1. Starting to get fun now. We've got Arlington, Martin, and DeSoto matching up this week. Round 2 for them. DeSoto won big the first time. Personally, I feel like we're in for that again. What's your thoughts on that?
I think DeSoto will win that game. Arlington Martin's improved, but then so is DeSoto. They had to pull out a game against Capel last week. Martin, of course, has a really terrific set of defensive ends, Miles Garrett and Jason Collins, who are really good. They may keep it a little closer. They've got a sophomore running back who's really nice. But DeSoto's got a lot of seniors. I'd go with DeSoto in that one.
And speaking of DeSoto, I know we both went to the DeSoto-Capel game. What a great game. That's one for the ages there.
That was a terrific game, and it is. Sometimes it's a shame some of those games get lost in the early rounds. I mean, Capel did a terrific job with their players, their game plan, Joe McBride, the coach. He onside kicked. He went for it on fourth down. He took every gamble, the fake punt. He did everything he could do. And I don't think DeSoto was necessarily caught by surprise. I think they thought they were going to do a lot of that. They did it well. They got some good bounces. And then DeSoto had one last opportunity with a couple of minutes left, and then they make a catch in the back of the end zone with 1 foot down with 41 seconds left. So you got to give them a lot of credit too.
Yeah, they made the play when they had to make the play. Well, in the winner of that game, the next week we'll play South Lake Carroll and Euless Trinity. And speaking of great games through the years, they played one for the ages a few years back. Now, I don't think either one of these teams are to that level now. That's not where their programs are at. They're still very good football teams, though, and I think we can expect another good game this week.
I think it'll be really good. It was fun being at, I did the Carroll game, Midland Lee, at Chisholm Trail Stadium, way out on west side Fort Worth. And Aaron Lineweaver was there scouting the game. He's Steve Lineweaver's son. Who was a big star at Carroll himself. Now he's an offensive assistant. And then they go to the Trinity game on Saturday at AT&T Stadium, and talked to Steve, and he talked a lot about, it's big for the community, it's big for his family. Steve was a great freshman coach there. In fact, a lot of people at Carroll, they'll talk to you during the Bob Ledbetter years, what an influence Steve Lineweaver was in building that program.
Absolutely.
So, but I do agree with you that they're not quite as explosive as they've been in the past. They're very good. They're playing in this game. I think Carroll, they met last year. Carroll won 16-7. I think it'll kind of be similar to that this year.
Yeah, and I agree. And in talking to some coaches that were there last week, they were talking about, Trinity has the perfect recipe, if you will, to beat Carroll with Ellsworth and Wilson running the football. And that's true, and that's what they do. But if you look at Carroll, Ryan Agnew and A.J. Ezzard, those guys have run it for almost the same amount of yards. They average 7 yards a carry. I think they're a little more balanced because Agnew can obviously throw the football, but they can run it and throw it. Trinity's a little bit more, hey, we have to run it. They don't throw it as well, and I think at the end of the day, it's going to be Carroll's ability to be more multiple and balanced than Trinity, and I agree with you. I think it'll be a close game, but I look for Carroll to come out on top of that.
Yeah, I think Trinity will be a little bit in the Capel. They're going to have to create some offense. They've got some fast backs. The wide out pass to Dion Gignard, who's, behind the line of scrimmage, and it's really a lateral, then all of a sudden he throws because he's the backup quarterback. I think there's going to, to start the game with an onside kick. This is going to be that kind of game for Trinity.
Sure. Now,